Thank you and good morning, everybody. I appreciate you being here today. This morning, I'm joined by City Councilmember Marni von Wilpert, who represents this part of our great city. Robin Kaufman, who is all things Rancho Bernardo, but specifically chair of the Rancho Bernardo Community Council, as well as the planning group. Deputy Chief Operating Officer Chris McFadden, our city's engineer, Rania Aman, as well as members of her engineering and capital projects team. And then our transportation department director, Bethy Bezak, is here. It's great to be here in the Westwood community of Rancho Bernardo. And I want to thank the many residents who took time out of their morning to join us. Their presence is indicative of the amount of advocacy that has been around trying to fix these roads for a long time. I know they're very happy to be here. To say that they've waited patiently, I think is an understatement. Maybe it's not so patient, but that's okay. We're talking about advocacy, right? Exactly. Advocacy. So what are we here to celebrate? The repair of a number of streets in this area, Aguamiel Road, as well as Azucar Way, Cabela Drive, as well as a number of cul-de-sacs in this community. These streets were all damaged by the Witch Creek fire in 2007. And during that fire, this community lost many homes and families lost treasured possessions and memories. Of course, the infrastructure in this community was also severely damaged from the heat of the fires, as well as the many trucks that traversed the streets as they were rebuilt. Sadly, San Diego's road repair investments have historically been as patchy as our pavement and inadequate to keep our road network of nearly 3,000 miles in the conditions that residents expect and deserve. My administration is moving to change that with consistent, focused investment on cost-effective road repairs. And for this community that has been waiting so long, 15 years in fact, I'm happy to say that today, finally, we're getting it done. In just about 15 minutes, as long as it takes me, Robin, and Councilmember von Wilpert to speak, we will begin work on the road repairs here. They'll start right here, but with the grinding of the old pavement here on Aguamiel Road, as well as down the corner on Duenda Road. That's some beat knowledge right there. Okay, tomorrow we're going to come back and pave Aguamiel and grind Azucar Way, and then they'll keep coming back every day of every weekday until this community is completely repaved with a new layer of smooth asphalt. Now, unless rain gets in the way, and ordinarily that's not an issue in San Diego, but what started out as the coldest winter in 90-something years, and now spring, and then here we are in June, and it's still cloudy. We can't count on Mother Nature right now. Unless rain gets in the way, we anticipate that all this grinding and paving will be done by the middle of the month and freshly restriped about a week after that. Now, we were able to fund this project thanks in part to the incredible leadership of Senate President Pro Tem Tony Atkins. I know we're joined today by Pam Eisen, who is here from Tony's office. Thank you, Pam, for joining us. I know the senator is up in Sacramento today advocating on our behalf, and we are so grateful that she does that every year. Every year, Senator Atkins brings home state funding for critical projects all across San Diego, and this is just one example. She secured $2.5 million, roughly half of the total cost of these repairs. I also want to thank Caltrans, our partners, for administering that funding and getting it to us so that we can put it to work here in Rancho Bernardo. On behalf of all San Diegans, I want to express my deep appreciation for everything Senate President Pro Tem Tony Atkins does for us up in the state capitol. Sometimes folks don't remember where they represent. Tony has never had that problem. She goes up there and fights like heck for us, and this is proof of that. So to Pam, please take back our appreciation to the senator. We absolutely could not be here today without her. We also wouldn't be here without another individual who has been on my case about these roads for about 2.5 years now. Is that right, council member? We sit down with Councilmember von Wilpert. She asked me about the roads. We grab a coffee. We ask me about the roads. We grab lunch. We talk about the roads. We're on the phone. We're on text. She's asking about roads. That kind of persistence is how you get this level of investment. Over $5 million for this Westwood community is due to the funding from Senator Atkins and the advocacy of Councilmember von Wilpert. So without any further ado, let me introduce a tremendous advocate for the communities of Rancho Bernardo and Council District 5 and a fierce lover of freshly paved roads. I give you City Councilmember Marni von Wilpert. Councilmember.
Good morning. It's very good to see everybody here. My name is Marni von Wilpert. I am our San Diego City Council member for District 5, which represents all the way from Scripps Ranch up here to Rancho Bernardo. I am so excited to be here with our Mayor, Todd Gloria. Thank you for your leadership in making sure that this project actually got funded and actually is getting done today. I really want to thank our state Senate President, Senator Tony Atkins, for remembering her community back home here in Rancho Bernardo. She's an excellent representative. And Pam, thank you for being here to represent her office today while she fights for more dollars for us in Sacramento. I also want to thank our community leaders, including Robin Kaufman, who I know will be speaking next. I like to say when the mayor's in town, Robin, mayor of San Diego, or Rancho Bernardo, meet the mayor of San Diego, Todd Gloria. Glad we can have two mayors here today. I want to thank all of our city staff who are here, including the head of our engineering capital projects. I see Rania Amen is here. We've got Myrna, we've got Caltrans as well. Thank you to Caltrans for helping get this funded. So we are here today, 15 years ago, a wildfire tore through our community here and destroyed thousands or hundreds of homes here in our area and thousands more throughout the region. I was just speaking with a neighbor who was walking this morning. She remembers getting the call to evacuate around 5 a.m. and it being dark, smoke filling the air, not knowing where to go or what to do. And we're still here because this fire was so destructive. So not only today are we remembering how we have to make sure we get to our roads, get the basic infrastructure done for our streets, but we have to be prepared for wildfires as well. We are more resilient than we have ever been. The city has invested in millions of dollars in wildfire helicopters, for example, better 911, reverse 911 evacuation systems. We have fire safe councils who have been stood up since these fires happened, but they are incredibly destructive and we have to be alert. We are going to be ready. Our fire department, our emergency services will be ready so that this never happens again, because look, here we are still 15 years later fixing roads that melted in the flames. So I'm very honored to be here, very happy to see this road being done. Thank you to the neighbors. I think Aurora is here. This is her home. Thank you. Thank you, Aurora, for letting us have our conference outside your home. And I'm really happy that our community is going to have our roads fixed. I'm happy the mayor still takes my calls, even though all I talk about is roads. So thank you all for being here. Really honored. And I'm now happy to turn it over to Robin Kaufman, who is the leader of almost all our community groups here at Rancho Bernardo, including the town council, community council, and our planning board. So Robin, please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to thank, it's wonderful to see when all of our government reps work together to make something happen in our community or in any parts of San Diego. So from Tony Atkins to the mayor to our councilwoman, they are our true advocates for our community. But not only them, but the residents themselves. The residents of Rancho Bernardo and of Westwood fought for this for years. They are the true, they know when they need something done, and especially Westwood. We have I live here in Westwood, and we just have a great community in this section of Rancho Bernardo. They truly fight for what they want. And it took 15 years. October will be 16 years since the fires, but it's such a wonderful thing to know that our present representatives have worked so hard to get this done. And Caltrans working with them to make sure that this is done. So hopefully everyone will be pleased with what they see when it gets accomplished, and we won't have to worry about this ever again. So thank you again for the Westwood residents for fighting for it all, and for our council people. And that's all I have to say. We're just very happy about it all.
Thank you, Robin. And the council member is not lying. Robin is everywhere and does so much, and Robin is not compensated for the work that she does. She just works really hard because she loves her community, and it's that kind of love that's how you get this kind of progress, right? Not as fast as we might have wanted, but I guarantee you it may not have happened without that kind of dedicated and consistent leadership. So Robin, thank you for all you do for Rancho Bernardo. Your advocacy here helps to make the whole city a better place, and we certainly appreciate you and all the residents who are here. I want to repeat my appreciation to Councilmember Von Wilpert for her partnership in fixing roads, including these in Rancho Bernardo, but many other across our city. And I want to appreciate the community. Reminder, it's going to get a little noisy for a little bit. Going to be some traffic diversions. It's okay. It's only temporary, right? So the outcome will be worth it. And to the members of our media, as well as members of the broader San Diego community, there's more of this to come. I've been clear that we're going to fix the damn roads in this city, and we got some big stuff on deck that I want to tell you about. My Getting It Done proposed fiscal year 2024 budget includes $140 million for street repair and resurfacing, the most the city has invested in any given year. This will allow us to resurface 157 miles of roads, including full overlay and slurry seal in the coming year. My proposed amendments to the city's street preservation ordinance will be heard at City Council next month. with those proposed changes adopted, we can finally hold everyone trenching or excavating in the public right-of-way accountable for the impacts that they have on our streets and require them to have a higher level of restoration when they do that work. You have all seen it. They come and dig it up and then they leave and they don't fix it the way it was before. We're going to change the law to make them do that better going forward. We're also planning to do more road work with effective and prudent interventions, specifically new treatments, techniques that provide low-cost improvements to streets that are too degraded for slurry seal, but don't yet require full overlay, that sort of Goldilocks medium position. We're going to start deploying those techniques. And we're also completing, with Councilmember Von Wilpert's advocacy, the first road condition assessment since 2015. We have limited dollars. We have a lot of roads. We need to spend our money where we'll get the most bang for our buck. This OCI study will be done later this year and will give us the data we need to make sure we're stretching your dollars as far as possible. That's really important, and that would not have happened without Councilmember Von Wilpert's advocacy and leadership. So fixing our roads has been long neglected, my friends, but we are getting this done. You all know I'm passionate about road repair, and I'm really excited to be able to make that historic level of investment in our proposed budget. The policy changes will get better road outcomes and new technology and new data to make sure that our roads start looking better. We're not going to solve it overnight. We didn't get bad roads in the last couple of years. It's been something that's been going on for decades, but I'm bound and determined to change the narrative about roads in this city, and it's starting right here in Rancho Bernardo this morning. So with that, I know our workers have been patiently waiting for us to do a countdown, and I know you all are vocal and advocates, so we're going to do a countdown from 5. Is that okay? And then we'll get the work started. You all ready? So, Councilman, you want to join me up here?
Sure.
All right.
Yep.
We'll count down from 5. So, ready, guys? You want to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire them up. Yes.